What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm excited to present, we're at Belle Isle. Let's get into it. Belle Isle. Now, the reason I'm actually here is because on my other video, someone left a comment asking for a Belle Isle video, and I honestly thought that was an incredible idea. So, what I did here is actually came here with a couple buddies of mine, toured the island, got some cool footage, went to the aquarium, went to the conservatory, and actually right here, if you can see it, is the Detroit Boat Club. I actually used to do rowing here, interestingly enough. Yeah, Belle Isle is actually pretty cool, and you know, even before I came here, I did a little bit of research on this place. It's like the biggest, I think it might be the biggest island in Detroit. I mean, obviously it's the biggest island in Detroit, or in the Detroit River, that's for sure. But what I thought was really cool is, you know, everyone's always having these city wars, who has the best city, but this place is actually bigger than Central Park, which I thought was really, really cool. Damn, out here misshifting. And yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff here. As you can see, we got the, you know, this is where they hold the races. They have all sorts of races. I forgot exactly what they're called, but I know they have like I think Formula 2 or 3 or something along those lines. A lot of really cool stuff, but yeah, man, here we are, Belle Isle. Look at that, Detroit skyline. Dang, I'm about to crash out here. The sun's in my eyes. Yeah, man, Detroit skyline, it does not get better than this. I'm gonna have to stop and get some pictures here real quick, honestly. Oh yeah, you guys are good. I appreciate it. Dang, but talk about a nice place to have a bike meetup. I mean, dang. All right, hold on. Am I going the wrong way here? I don't think I am. I think we're doing all right, but yeah, this is the type of situation that makes me want to get a group of people on a nice summer night and first off just explore the island, but also just explore the beautiful, you know, beautiful island of Detroit. Now, I think I might be entering a condemned area right now. Let's see. Can I go through? Can I go through? Yeah, honestly, a lot to love around here. But yeah, that's the one thing that sucks about my generation is not a lot of people actually ride motorcycles in my generation. It's on a bit of a decline. Part of that's economic reasons. Part of it is parental reasons, as you know, being on a motorcycle isn't the safest thing, and I feel like as we're now in modern times, the statistics are just more and more obvious of why these things are so dangerous. But you know, I do think that there's ways to also better your odds of staying safe. You know, while a lot of the things are out of your control, you just got to focus on what is in your control, which, you know, may seem obvious to a lot of people. But look at this, we got the geese. Interesting thing about these geese, if you don't know, if you're not from an area that has geese, is dude, these things are angry little guys. When I used to do rowing over there at the boat club, dude, they would attack us on a daily basis. You would essentially have to stay armed with like a stick or some kind of defense mechanism, because they would come and attack you. They would breed over there. Here we are. That's the classic slide where people have reported that it's way too fast or something along those lines. I think you like start going up and down, smack, you fly up in the air, smack down on the slide, fly up in the air, smack down on the slide. I mean, at least from what I've heard. But yeah, man, I mean, this place is pretty sweet, especially in the summertime, and it just is kind of sad just being here by myself. A couple of my buddies were here. They just took a car. They helped me transport some of this equipment, but they had to leave. But I can only imagine how much fun this would be with a group of riders. It would be pretty sweet. I mean, now it's October, middle of October, so, you know, it's getting to that point in the season where most people would, you know, put the fuel stabilizer in the bike and get the trickle chargers ready, all that type of stuff. But at least for me, I mean, I don't see myself putting this bike in hibernation anytime soon. But it also does bring me to another topic of discussion, especially as I come close to these nice patches of nature and green and woods, foresty area. The thought came to my mind, you know, riding these bikes, it is pretty dangerous. And going back to the whole reason why people may not hop on these things is because, yeah, while you could be good at riding these things, for all we know, you know, another person could take you out in an instant. You know, you could be doing everything right and someone else takes you out in an instant. Now, texting and driving is a huge problem among the roads, especially when you're out here trying to just enjoy a motorcycle. One thing I realized, though, is that trees don't text and drive. And maybe you're getting an idea of what I'm alluding to here, and especially as I'm just cruising through this nice little area with all the woods. It got me thinking, you know, I don't really want to put my bike up. I don't really want to start or stop riding just because it gets a little bit colder, just because it's winter. So my solution is that I want to get a dual sport. Yeah, get a dual sport motorcycle. It's really been calling to me. It has really been calling to me. I think look at that little chipmunk. Even before I got this, you know, whenever I thought of like even the slight possibility, because back in the day I didn't think I was going to get a motorcycle, but when I did think about if I were to get a motorcycle, I always thought of like, man, I kind of want to get like a dirt bike or something. I feel like they look kind of cool. I like the helmets they wear, and I used to play Trials HD on my Xbox, and I just feel like that's something that's really, really been calling to me. So I'd be lying if I didn't go to the dealership and look at a couple options. Not that, you know, I bought this thing brand new, but I don't think I'm gonna buy another bike brand new anytime soon, really anywhere in the near future. I've had a lot of bikes to my list that I want as goals for the future, but the confirmed next bike that I will get is going to be a dual sport. I've been looking at the CRFs, the Hondas, 250s, 300s. Ideally, I want to get something bigger than a 250. And I'm not gonna lie, what's really been calling my name, oh dang, this might be a one-way. Yeah, I don't know if I can go down here. Really what's been calling my name personally is the KLX 300. Now, in that case, I'd be staying loyal, I'd be staying green to the Kawasaki, which I am not opposed to doing, but I also would like to switch up the brands a little bit. But it's really hard because the KLX 300 is such a good package. The value, you know, Kawasaki just unbeatable with the value. And I think a large part of that really is just due to the fact that they're not just a motorcycle company. They make a lot more than just engine or just motorcycles. Like they do make engines. They make engines for other things like lawnmowers and just, you know, basic things. They make like nuclear reactors. They make a whole bunch of stuff, you know. They make way more than just motorcycles, so I think they can afford to give people pretty good deals. But oh, look at that view. Beautiful, beautiful view. But anyways, yeah, I just feel like Kawasaki, they're pretty unbeatable for the value. You know, I was looking at like a Suzuki DR650, which would be kind of cool, but from what I've heard, they lean a little bit more towards street than off-road. And I'm really specifically looking at options on Facebook Marketplace. I'm trying to, like, I really don't want to spend more. I really don't want to spend more than $4,000 on a bike. But these KLX 300s, they're ranging between $4,000 and $5,000. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. But yeah, the Honda would be cool. KLX obviously is kind of what I'm leaning towards, and you know, the KLR, it looks sweet. I personally think, I know a lot of people think it's ugly, but I think it looks pretty cool. However, I've just heard it's very heavy and once again very much more street oriented. I just want the closest thing to off-road that I can get while still being able to take it on the street, and the KLX just seems to be the best option for me. And I really, oh my god, dude, I love the way that the camo looks. It looks so sweet. All of them, all of the camos. I'd get a black one if I can't get a camo one, or even a gray one. I don't know. I love Kawasaki. I mean, obviously I've been becoming pretty loyal to them, but I don't really like the green. No disrespect to anyone that's got the green. It looks. I like it. I do like it. I just can't be riding around in something so bright. Even though, ironically, my Jeep, which is on my channel banner, is literally like the same exact Kawasaki bright green. I've just been riding around in some bright green for too long, and I kind of like being under the radar, so to speak. But yeah, man, I mean, that would be the goal. That's my goal, at least maybe middle of the winter. That way, maybe I'll put this thing away for like a couple months, but then I'll still be able to hop on a dual sport, go into the woods. I'm sure that would have some great content as well. You know, that way it's not just, I feel like I see so many people that just buy sport bikes and they just ride sport bikes around, which is cool, don't get me wrong, I mean, it's sweet, but I feel like, you know, going off-road, it's a nice little switch up. And a lot of the, like, you know, obviously I kind of market myself as, you know, a beginner motorcycle person, and I see a lot of those too, which is fine. You know, people get like R3s or this bike or a Ninja 400, totally cool, but I don't see a lot of people doing it with dual sports. And it'll just be nice to have that flexibility going back and forth. But ultimately, I would also just really love to be able to alternate, you know, going on road, off road, and still having that flexibility of being able to ride in the wintertime, you know, having some more aggressive off-road kind of knobby tires that maybe will handle a little bit better in colder weather / snow. But yeah, I feel like it just solves the issue of not being able to ride in the wintertime. Because I'll be honest, like, I mean, I do have experience on two wheels in the wintertime on a moped, so I wouldn't mind riding this in the wintertime. It's just not like, it's definitely not ideal when you're going faster. Like, I don't have any experience doing that on the freeway. I just feel like that would be so cold. It was already so cold when I was going to school, going like 30 miles per hour, even with gloves on. So I don't know if that's the move, you know. Maybe it's good to take a little bit of a break from being on a motorcycle, you know what I'm saying, reduce the odds a little bit, you know, when it comes to the wintertime. And you know, when you're, you know, doing some dual sport activity and you're going off road, you're not going to be, dang brother, that guy's speeding. yeah, when you're doing some off-road dual sport activity, you're not going to be going like 35, 70, obviously, miles per hour. You're going to be kind of creeping, not going as fast, so probably not going to be super, super cold. Besides that, I am going to head back. I got some buddies that are in town on fall break from school, college school. So I'm going to go back, get some dinner with some fellas, but I'll probably record a little bit more this weekend and get a little bit more of a Belle Isle experience. But besides that, if you enjoyed the video and you got this far in, I just want to say I heavily appreciate it. I heavily appreciate you taking your time to watch this. Hopefully it was somewhat entertaining. Hopefully, I don't know. But if you made it this far through, it does not go unappreciated. Just be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. Let me know if you have any suggestions. And yeah, besides that, have a great rest of your day. Ride safe, because I'm assuming you ride a motorcycle if you're watching this. And peace.